Welcome, welcome, everyone. It is so great to connect with each and every one of you. And if you have been paying attention to some of the changes within our communities, you'll notice that we have a lot of new and exciting things happening. And we will be sharing that, of course, with each and every one of you as we continue this journey together. But today, what I want to do is I want to touch base with all of you and see what you are currently working on. And if you have any questions or concerns right now, or if you have submitted something live and wanted to have it reviewed, definitely let me know as well. If you sent it in later, than what we are having this this mastermind about, you can definitely still send in your questions on anything around business, book publishing, creating content, life stuff. I mean, whatever it is that you definitely need help with, because we have a diverse audience of different women, and different ones are definitely working with different types of audiences. Some are working with men and women, and some of you are even working with children. And so I just kind of wanted to touch base. It's, it's 2026, the year is in, and I know many of you have got off to a quieter start. And so just want to take this time to actually encourage you to start with implementing while we're on the call, to start getting the ball rolling so that we can get you further ahead this year than you've gotten last year. So with that being said, I'm going to check the chat to see if any of you have any questions. I don't see any questions so far. If you have a question, go ahead and unmute yourself. If there's something you want me to go over, as well, you can definitely unmute yourself. But if you can't unmute yourself, type it into the chat. I'm definitely taking a taking a look at that right now as well. Under what I want to do is just kind of bring some things to your attention. In our Wealthy Women University, you'll notice that under our classroom section, we have new content, new training that's coming. So just kind of pay attention to that. And also, we have some physical items that those of you who are, in our premium and VIP programs, that you'll be getting over the next couple of months as well, that I'm super excited about. And we really want to really show each and every one of you how to start taking your knowledge again and packaging it up, because to scale your business, even if it's a digital product, is great. That also, if you can get when you get the funding, you can use it to hire staff. You can use your funding to host your business events, to get new wardrobe, and so many other things that you might have in mind that you might not have thought that you could have done. You could use it even if you wanted to get a new vehicle in your business name. You can definitely use it for that. You could use it. Of course, one of my favorite ways is to definitely put a lot of it into marketing, because the right people seeing your product and how you can solve their problem is going to be definitely helpful for you. Anytime as I'm going through and talking, if you have any questions, or if you have any comments, or if you're watching a replay and you you have questions or comments, you can definitely, let me know about that as well. I do want to also talk about um, how you can actually start building your credit, for a brand new EIN, or if you're a seasoned professional, and many of you are. I want to just go over some information with you that I feel will be helpful. So you might want to go ahead and grab your pen and paper. And this is being recorded as well, so that you can get clarity on how you can simply start building your credit by using your EIN number. Now, business credit is credit that is, of course, obtained in your business name. And with business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score. And of course, this is how you're going to get established with that credit profile and score. And the business will then qualify for the credit. Now, this credit is in the business name, and it's based on the business ability to pay, not the business owners. And since the business actually qualifies for the credit, in some cases, there is no personal credit check required from the business owner. And I know many of you have, reached out and said, do I need to have my personal credit, straight before I can start building my business credit? So, your credit profile can be built for a business that is completely separate from the business owner's credit profile. And also, this will actually give business owners double the borrowing power, as they have both their personal and their business credit profiles built. I love that aspect because, again, it's really helping you to, I like to say, have the best of both worlds. But business credit scores are based only on whether the business pays its bills on time. And a business owner can actually obtain credit much faster using their business credit profile versus their personal credit profile. Now, with your personal credit scores, they're based on 5 factors, and payment history is going to account for 35% of your personal credit score. Utilization counts for 30%, length of history 15%, accumulation of new credit, that's 10%, and then you have, of course, the credit mix. And it's very important if you can make sure that you're paying on time, because as you see, again, the payment history is the biggest part. Now, the business credit benefits, let's talk about that for a minute. The approval limits, of course, are much, much higher on business accounts versus personal accounts. Per the SBA, credit limits on business cards are usually anywhere from 10 to 100 times higher than consumer credit. And when done correctly, your business credit can be built without a personal credit check, which is really awesome, because I know that many of you may have already just had your credit pulled. You might have gotten a new vehicle. You might have just bought a house, and being able to, utilize your business credit is really helpful, because that way you don't have too many inquiries on your credit report. Now, business credit can quickly be obtained, of course, regardless of your personal credit quality, and there is no personal credit reporting of business accounts. Now, depending on the type of credit cards you get, of course, we have all of this information inside your premium Wealthy Women University and your VIP areas. So you'll be able to log in at wealthywomenuniversity.com to get more information on the data points. We have over 400 plus lenders. We like the data points, meaning what your personal score needs to be at, what your business score needs to be at, all of this stuff, so that you can get faster approvals and avoid the denials. Of course, this is why we're putting the capital readiness in place for you to start immediately, so that when you get into the university, you are getting capital ready, meaning like you are staying away from the denials and getting more approvals by following our steps that we are sharing with you. Of course, most business credit can be obtained, as I mentioned again, without the owner actually taking on a personal liability. And this means in case of a default, like the business owner, personal assets can't be pursued. And so that protects you by having build your business credit. Now, when a business owner actually applies for financing, their business credit is reviewed. Not having, of course, the business credit established will get you declined for financing. And there are no regulations that require the lenders to notify the business owner for their reason for denial. So most people, they never know. Now, as I'm continuing, I just want to encourage you, if you have questions about anything that I'm going over, for you to just type your questions in the chat, or hold your questions after I'm done to get your questions answered. Again, if you're watching the replay, you can definitely get your questions answered as well. You can post in the community, or you can DM me if it's something more personal as well. So anyone can, of course, pull your business credit reports without your permission. I did not know this years and years and years ago. When I first got started in this industry, I had no idea that people could just pull your business reports without your permission. So clients, prospects, potential buyers, even competitors can see your business info. So this means they can see your payment history, your high credit limits, employees and revenue, past payment performance, and a whole lot more. Now, some of the information that they may pick up, it may not be valid, because again, people are selling the information to these people, and they're able to pull your information. So almost any business can get business credit as long as it has an EIN number and an entity set up. Now, you don't need collateral. You don't need financials. You can definitely be a startup, and you just need to know the proper building steps. And so that's why it's so important to get in and get everything set up. Get into our university and get everything set up. A business starts building a brand new credit profile much the same as a consumer does. The business starts with no credit profile. The business gets approved for new credit that reports to the business credit reporting agencies, depending on which one is monitoring. And the business actually uses the credit and pays the bill timely. A positive business credit profile is established as long as you're paying on time or paid early. That's even better. And as the business actually continues using the credit and pays bills timely, it will actually qualify for more credit. Again, if you have questions about any of this, type it into the chat. Leave a comment if you're watching this replay, or hold your questions until after we are done with what I'm sharing with you. But the perception lenders, vendors, and creditors have of your business is so critical to your ability to build strong business credit. Now, before applying for business credit, a business must ensure it meets or exceeds all the lender credibility standards. And it's very important that you use your exact business legal name, because it does matter. And you don't want things to start coming back as a I like to say mismatch when people are searching for you. Now, your full business name with the Secretary of State and the IRS needs to be exact. Ensure your business name is exactly the same on your corporation papers, your licensing, and your bank statements. And let's talk about the corporate entities, because you can build your business credit with almost any corporate entity type. Now, if you truly want to separate your business credit from your personal credit, your business must be a separate legal entity, not a sole proprietor or a partnership. Unless you have a separate business entity, a corporation, or an LLC, you might be doing business, but you are not truly a business. You need to be a corporation or an LLC in order to separate your personal from your business. So that's why we always talk about making sure at the minimum you have an LLC. Now, let's talk about this EIN, because whether you have employees or not, you're going to need to have the business entity must have a federal tax ID number. It's just like a social security number. Your business has that EIN, and your EIN number is used to open your bank account and to build your business credit profile. Now, of course, this take the time. You want to make sure that everything again is going to match, because they will verify that all agencies, banks, and trade credit vendors have your business listed with the same EIN number. Now, let's talk about the business address, because I know many of you, you're working from home and you're using your home address, and you're like, goodness, like, how is this going to work out for getting approvals? So this is what we recommend. Your business address, of course, it must be a real brick and mortar building, deliverable, of course, a physical address. Of course, I mentioned not recommended to be a home address, cannot be a PO box, cannot be a UPS address, cannot be a FedEx address. Some lenders will actually not approve and fund you unless this criteria is met. Now, with that being said, I do have some clients that they work from home and they use their home address. So what you can do is then add, like, if you have a 7-bedroom house, you can just say, like, suite 100, suite 200, suite 300, suite 400. But I personally would recommend that you get a virtual address. You can do that simply by using iPostal, and that's iPostal. And you can simply pay for the year, or you can pay a monthly small investment. And I think it's like $9.99 a month, or you can pay for the whole year and they give you a deeper discount on getting that. So just to let you know, because you want to be safe when it comes to that, that business address, again, the solution, a virtual office, you can have the professional business address, dedicated phone number, a fax number, receptionist service, and part-time use of fully furnished offices and meeting rooms. You can also have an owned or leased office, your own full-time private office with a receptionist service, dedicated phone and internet, full furnishing, meeting rooms, and more. We have a ton of clients that that do this, and we do practice what we preach. That's why I'm sharing this, of course, with each and every one of you. You must have a dedicated business phone number that is listed with 411 directory assistance under the business name. Lenders, vendors, and creditors, and even insurance providers will verify that your business is listed with 411. A toll-free number, of course, will give your business credibility, or you can choose a local number for the listing with 411 directory assistance. Now, I know many of you are operating in other countries and other states as well, so you can have various different numbers to cater to each of the locations that you are operating in. Now, lenders also perceive the 800 number or your toll-free phone numbers as a sign of business credibility. They absolutely love this. And even if you're a single owner with a home-based business, a toll-free number provides the perception that you are even a bigger company. And it's incredibly easy and, of course, inexpensive to set up a virtual local phone number or a toll-free number as well. A toll-free number, 800 number, any extension 800 is always great. I know they have 877s and 833s and all this other stuff, but if you can get an 800 number, that will be actually better. Now, a cell or your home phone number as your main business line could get you flagged as an unestablished business that is too high of a risk. So don't give a personal cell phone or a residential phone as the business phone number. You can actually forward a virtual number to any cell or a landline phone number. And this, of course, can be really easy if you want to have like receptionist style, handling all of your business information, and having your receptionist or your team forward it to your cell phone. Let them use the main number, and then let the actual main number forward to your cell, and you pick it up depending on where you are, because you may be traveling and you can still answer it as if you're in office. Now, let's talk about the website, because credit providers will also research your company on the website. Now, it is best if they learned everything directly from your company website. You can have a one-page website just saying a little bit about you, your company, how you serve people, your contact information, all of that stuff will be important to have. Of course, not having a company website will severely hurt your chances of obtaining business credit the way that you would definitely want to. Now, there are many places online that actually offer affordable business websites, so you can actually have an internet presence that displays an overview of your company's services and contact information. If you need any help with any of this, definitely reach out to us as well, and we can definitely make the necessary recommendations for you to get all of this done. Also, so important to dive in about the email, because it's important to get a company email address for your business. It's not only professional, but greatly helps your chances of getting the thumbs up from a credit provider. Now, setting up a business email address is just too easy, and it's simply inexpensive for you to definitely neglect. So avoid using those free email services. We know we love Yahoo and Hotmail and AOL and oh my goodness. Of course, if you're going to use a Gmail, make sure you get the G Suite upgrade so then you can have your domain at yourdomain.com for a professional. There's nothing worse than credit providers seeing an email address like partychick2015 at yahoo.com. Now, we need something professional. The email address should be yourcompany.com. A great example is an email like support at iamcharlottehoward.com or shar.halliburton.com. Just using stuff like that. Shar at sharhalliburton.com. Hello at sharhalliburton.com. I guess you guys get the picture, but you want to make sure you have a professional email. And that brings us into the bank account. Again, if you have questions while I'm going over this, go ahead, type into the chat. Go ahead and leave comment below so that you can get your burning questions answered. Let's talk about the bank account because your business banking history is vital to your future success of being able to secure larger business loans. The date you actually open your business bank account is actually the day that the lender actually considers your business to have started. The longer your business banking history, the better your borrowing potential will actually be. And having a high account balance is, of course, essential in obtaining an excellent bank rating. And having a good bank rating is essential for those loan approval that you are going to be receiving. And you want to try to keep your bank balance of at least $10,000 or higher for a 5 bank rating. So there are so many different types of banks that you could choose to actually work with. We have all of those resources again inside your Wealthy Women University premium and VIP locations as well. We have for those that have had just gotten started, I just want to share that with you again. Make sure you get in there and review a lot of the information that's been being shared and actually implement so you can start getting the results that you truly want to have. Now, let's talk about the licensing because one of the most common mistakes when building credit for your company is non-matching business addresses on your business licenses. Now, I know some of you don't need a business license depending on your industry, but you want to make sure that you actually contact the state, the county, and city government offices to see if there are actually any required licensing and permits to operate your type of business so that you are staying up to code like you need to. Of course, state business filing listing, you want to make sure that's correct. You want to make sure that your county license or your permit filings are listed correct. Your city license and your permit filings, again, you want to make sure those are definitely correct. IRS filings listed, you want to make sure that is correct as well. And just take the time to actually verify that the main agencies like the state, the IRS, the bank, and the 411 National Directory have your business actually listed the same way and with your exact legal name. Also, take the time to actually ensure that every bill that you get, your power bill, your phone bill, your landlord, etc., has the business name listed correctly and comes to the correct business address. Again, you don't want your stuff going to the wrong address. Um, you want to, of course, obtain your business credit reports, which is actually offered by Experian and your Dun and Bradstreet and your Equifax. And you will want to first get a copy of your business credit reports to see what is actually being reported. Because if something is on there wrong, people are applying for business credit in your name or just doing different stuff that you didn't authorize, you're going to have that disputed and removed off of your report. And so that's going to really help you to really keep an idea about what's going on with your business, because people will try to take advantage of you especially if you're not paying attention to what's going on your reports. And that goes for your business and your personal profiles. Let's talk about obtaining those vendor accounts, because it's so important to get that established as well, because a business credit report can actually be started much the same way as your consumer report. Commonly, it actually is with small credit cards. Then the business can actually be approved for those small credit cards to really help them actually build the initial credit profile. And these actually is what we call starter credit, when you're getting those initial cards, which will lead to the bigger cards, I like to say, and trade accounts, so you'll get higher approvals. Now, a vendor line of credit is when a company actually extends a line of credit to your business, typically net 15s, 30s, 60s, and 90-day terms, meaning that you pay back within that time frame. But I always encourage you to pay before that time frame. You can purchase their products or services up to a maximum dollar amount. And then you would have the 15, the 30, the 60, or the 90-day pay in full bill that they would send to you. So if you were to set up a net 30 term, and you purchase like $300 worth of goods today, then that $30 would actually be due within that next 30 days. But again, if you can pay it off sooner than that, that would actually be even better. Because they pay attention to you paying that off sooner. And it's been known to help our clients as well as us to get credit a lot quicker, a lot more valid credit at the same time, because they see that you are responsible and you can handle paying them what you've actually gotten. So you can get these products and services for your business needs and defer the payment on those for 30 days, thereby easing the cash flow. And some vendors will actually approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of little you just having an EIN number and your 411 listing. I know many of you, you have like businesses and you love to market your business. You can get marketing materials from, depending on the different types of vendors that you're actually getting these items from. A lot of them even do marketing as well. So we have a list of different recommended vendors to really help you get up to speed. Always apply first without your social security number. Some vendors will actually request it, and some will even tell you on the phone that they need to have it, but submit first without it. When you actually have your first net 30 accounts, it actually reports your trade line to Dun and Bradstreet, and the Dun system will actually automatically activate your profile. If it is, it won't activate it if you don't have it. So this is also true when it comes to Experian and Equifax. So it really helps to get your business set up the right way so that we can get those systems going and get you up to speed so that you can qualify. Now, you need to have a total of at least 3 accounts reporting to move forward to the next tier. Now, some vendors actually require an initial prepaid order before they actually approve your business returns. The ones that we recommend, a lot of them haven't. And that's why we recommend them, especially for you getting being able to qualify for various things within the 90-day time frame that we work with you on. Now, your vendors do not necessarily have to serve 100% of your business needs. Just to let you know, but make sure that you pay your net 30 vendor accounts in full and on time. If you're getting a net 30, whether it's a net 15, a net 90, whatever you are getting, make sure you pay in full and on time. And you must be patient and allow time for the vendors to actually start reporting those cycles to get into the system. A lot of them aren't immediate, of course, but most merchants and major retailers do offer the business credit. They just don't advertise it, and there's no benefit to the merchant to promote credit with no personal liability if the business owner is willing to take on that liability. So they don't promote their business credit cards, and they regularly ask for a social security number. Again, they want to verify who you are. And again, you're building a relationship with these people. So you got to establish that. Most stores will not approve a business owner for business credit unless the owner actually has an established credit profile and a score, just like in the consumer world. And those vendor accounts must be used first to establish a profile and a score. And then that store credit can be then obtained. And it usually, again, takes about 90 days. Sometimes it's less than that to establish a score. Again, some vendors, they report more quickly than others. But you got to give them time to get that information propagated so that it'll show on your profile. And of course, it is definitely essential to keep using the credit and keep applying for more. And then talk with, the credit providers to actually raise those credit limits. We'll talk more about this, of course. And if you do, the business credit will actually keep growing until you want to keep growing those limits. And you're able to obtain that within 6 to 12 months. Sometimes it's sooner. It just depends on what you are actually looking for. Now, if you have any questions, again, you can definitely type those questions again into the chat. I'm going to check the chat right now. And let's see. Okay, I see Shar has a question. If a business is just starting out, how many lines of credit should they have open? Okay, that is such a great yeah, I was about to say it's great to have that established. We like to say the 3 at the minimum. So I'm looking at the second question here. When creditors pull your business credit history, can that hurt your business credit score? So you don't want to have too many inquiries being pulled at the same time. It does not really hurt your business credit being pulled with so many inquiries as much as it does on your personal side. But the way we have our system set up, we have everything step by step for all of you to follow, so you have everything being done in a timely fashion, so that you don't look like you're just money hungry, trying to get funding. And so we have like, we'll do this, like we like to say 6 months, depending on what program and your profile and your business profile and your personal profile, how it's set up and structured. We recommend, we like to do like these different 90-day, 60-day evaluations to make sure that that we have your plan customized to apply to your needs based off of your situation. So because you don't want to go and be applying so many for so many different things at once and not getting established. Like, if at the minimum, I would definitely recommend starting with the 3 and then ask like what those recommend. Like, we have all of that information, of course, within our community. But if you have specifics, you can always reach out to us and say, which ones do you prefer that I apply for? Once we get your capital readiness assessment, we're able to then help you customize your unique plan so that you can start getting established. And a lot of the recommended resources that we recommend, a lot of them, as long as you have your EIN, even if you have bad credit on your personal side, because I know this is a common question. Even if you have bad credit on your personal side and you're trying to get reestablished, it doesn't matter, because this is your business profile that you're building. And a lot of times they just want to verify your identity and see what, like, if you're reestablishing yourself as well. And they want to make sure that you're able to, again, you're building, this is a relationship business. You want to make sure that you're building a strong foundation so that you can get all of the different perks that comes along with building your credit. Some of the things that you can also do, if you have on the personal side, if you have, like, say you have, like we talked about, credit utilization, and you're literally maxed out your cards, and you applied for a business credit card, depending on the type of card you're applying for. With the credit cards, a lot of times you can transfer your personal debt over to your business credit card, depending on the credit card that you're using. Again, we share all of these strategies on how you can go about doing that as well. And what it does is actually helps to clear any, a lot of that personal debt that might have been holding you back. And I always tell all of our clients to make sure you're operating your, keeping things separate. Your personal stuff and your business stuff should always be separate. If you are commingling your business and your personal expenses, you're going to look high risk. So you want to have a separate business account for your personal and a separate business account for your business. And I also recommend having multiple, because if you have multiple businesses and you have several thousands and thousands of money coming in on a daily basis like that, you're going to want to make sure that you're having all of these different merchant accounts and everything set up properly. Because the last thing you want to do is just be using PayPal, and then your PayPal gets frozen because you're having high amounts of money coming in, and they want to then freeze your money. Why am I saying this? I had that happen to me. So to avoid all of this, making sure that you get set up the right way with multiple bank accounts. Again, we have all of the recommendations as well created. Happy to, again, tailor your unique situation to you, and help you get everything set up the right way. If Do you have any questions? You can unmute yourself. Shar, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself. Anyone else, you can go ahead and also post your comments, questions, or concerns if you're watching the replay as well. But if you don't have any questions, Shar, I know that you sent your assignment stuff in. If you had any questions about that or just anything, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know.
Well, I just wanted clarification on one of the questions that I asked about credit history. When you were stating earlier in your presentation that sometimes companies will pull your credit without you asking. And my question was, when they do that, can that hurt you?
Yeah, it looks as if you are actually hungry for credit. Like I mean, I've had that issue happen where I had someone in another state trying to use one of my companies. Like they were like they did like 12 inquiries in one day. And I was like, no, that's not. I didn't even apply for any, and no one on my team did it. So it's like, then when you have that situation happen, you contact, Equifax or whoever's, making the reporting, you contact them, and then you dispute it, and then have it removed. So it can be removed. So if someone have that done.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, I don't see any more questions. Did you have any more questions or concerns, Shar?
Not really questions, but just thank you so much for your feedback on the skills assessment audit and then the pre-assessment for the Zone of Genius. Your insights are so helpful as I create this coaching program. It's been so enlightening, just to get your feedback from the work that I've been doing over the years. Like I tell you, I've been working on so much stuff. And then like now I'm trying to pull everything together, and just getting that feedback is very helpful in the process of building.
Oh, thank you so much. And I can't wait. I know you are pretty much complete with everything. So we can't wait to share with our network of women the amazing work that you're doing with the authors that you're actually working with too. So really excited about that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, if there's nothing else, for those of you who was not able to get on, you can definitely post any questions you might have within our community. The replay, of course, will be available to all of you. And if you have questions after this mastermind here, definitely reach out, and we're happy to answer and get those burning questions answered as well. But until next time, we will see you guys back. And make sure that you all are paying attention to the calendar when it comes to the different calls, because even though we have it set up over there, sometimes when you have to click the actual link to actually get registered, and make sure that you're getting the notifications as well, and only sign up for what you're able to, of course, be on. But you can definitely have any questions. If you're not able to get on live, we can answer them live here, and so that you can watch the replay and have your questions answered and get that feedback like Shar had mentioned as well. So with that being said, I just want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of our community of women in our network. And we look forward to a lot of great things coming your way that we will be revealing, of course, throughout this continued journey together. But I hope you all have a phenomenal weekend, and we look forward to seeing you back. Thank you so much, Shar. Glad this was helpful, and I will talk to each and every one of you soon. Bye.